The decision by the South Australian Premier to block Labor MPs from supporting the independents' push in South Australia for a gender dysphoria inquiry. Now, this is the third attempt for an Australian inquiry. There's been plenty of them overseas. It's been stopped in Victoria, where Redeeming put it up. She was knocked back. Your boss, Pauline Hanson, put it up federally. She was knocked back. If we're all so sure, the activists are so sure this is the right thing to do for young people, let's put the experts on the spot, let's have an inquiry. What are they scared of?
Well, this is a big problem. Sarah Game is our upper house MLC there in South Australia. Of course, she's going to have a lot to say about this. What is the problem with discussing this openly? I know in the federal sphere we've sat down with parents whose children have transitioned and they are just so regretful they ever allowed their kids to go through with this problem. Now, the best people to speak about this is some of those kids that have been mutilated by doctors and physicians who gave the all clear for these kids to get the operation. Some of these kids will never, ever, ever return to normal functionality. Some of them, with their mental health these days, it never turned out the way they thought it would. They were sold a pup, and sadly their parents went along with it instead of standing up for the rights of their kids and saying, listen, wait till you're over the age of 18 to make this proper decision for your own sake and for the rest of the family's sake too. We don't want to see you scarred for the rest of your life. This should have gone through. It would have been the first in the country. It's a shame it's been hit on the head.
And Nicolle made the point overseas, we've had these inquiries, it's radically changed policies over there. We're doing policies in Australia that are 10 years old that have been abandoned by other countries. We learned today too, a father at Geelong Grammar has taken his daughter out of the school because she was set to share a dorm with a transitioning student, so a biological male, and the parents aren't even involved in some of these decisions, are they?
No, that's right, Peter, and hugely concerning for parents who take the big step to send their kids to boarding school for whatever reason. I went to boarding school, you want to know that your child is going to be safe, and for most parents, you make the decision that it is a single-sex environment because kids are not supervised 24 hours a day, obviously. So I can completely understand why this parent has done what they've done. But back to the South Australian Labor Party, what a pathetic display by Premier Peter Malinauskas this week to not stand up to the left of his party, I assume, to allow Labor MPs, of which there are some very good social conservatives who share the rest of our concerns, that are we putting vulnerable young kids at risk, children who cannot make an informed decision as an adult about treatment that may have life-changing ramifications? All the inquiry wanted to do was explore precisely what the treatment procedures are, what the support is in place for kids, and are we doing the right thing? Are we undertaking our duty of care properly to children who most need our protection? Because we do not want children in 2, 5, 10 years' time coming back and saying this was negligent, I should never have had this treatment, my life has been ruined.
I've got to leave it there. I'm out of time, but I couldn't agree more. Thank you both for being with me on Thursday.